Welcome to the Critical Minds on Union Television. I am Onyinye Eslofo, and we are going to be continuing our conversation on the power of event management. We're looking at the strategic power of event management. We already had the first part of this program, and we talked about who an event manager is, what event management is all about, and how we can incorporate excellence in event management. But we've not exhausted all there is to event management. We cannot exhaust it, but we can learn more about event management. And our guest today is Omobolanle Afolabi. She was the person who told us that there's a difference between a hostess, an usher, and a marketer. And we would want to know what the difference is. And yes, Omobolanle, thank you for being here with us today.
My pleasure always. Okay, so the reason that
at the moment we're not going to dive deep
okay,
into it, but we just want to know where we stopped and what we talked about the last time.
Okay.
And yes, because we have feedback from people, and this is even what a lot of persons would want to know about, because people would want to think, what's the difference, hostess and usher? It's just me. And then if the person is not selling something, what the marketer doing in event planning?
Okay.
So it's something that we're going to be learning when we come back from this short break. We'll be diving deep into the topic. It's still the Critical Minds on Union Television. Stay with us. Welcome to the Critical Minds on Union Television. So now it's the time to know who the hostess, the usher, and the marketer is. Yes, Bolanle is still going to talk about it in depth, because I even want to know what's the difference.
Okay, so when you have the word hostess, is just like how you have an host of an event or an hostess. So we use host, we say guys, we call ladies, we say hostess. They are ushers. Ushers and hostesses, the interchange is just branding.
Oh, branding.
Yes, it's just branding. So when you hear marketers, so for example, a marketer is that person you see on the street who, for example, a company maybe just launched maybe a phone or any products, and they want people who would go out on the street to tell people about it, to say, okay, we have this brand, we do this and all that, and then they are out there. What a marketer does is not what an hostess does in an event, like like a wedding now. So for example, if you are using a guest at a wedding, you see the hostess are those beautiful fine ladies. Sometimes they are slim, figure eight and all that comes. They just beside you, asking you what you want, ensure that you are just like how the hostess when you take the plane, ensure that you're comfortable and all. That's what they do. But then a marketer is that person who on the street. So for example, I cannot tell you that my hostess is a marketer, but she can serve two roles, in the sense that if the clients or the event that I'm managing is a corporate or it's a social event, if it's a corporate event and it's an open space show, like maybe you're doing a book launch or something, maybe you imagine you used to see this show road, when you go on the road you see them with big truck, and then you see them wear branded shirt and all that dancing. Those guys, they are not, I can't call those ones hostesses. Do you understand? So, but I use the word hostess and ushers. We use them when we are doing, our events. But then a marketer is that person that goes out on the streets and then they're able to tell you, oh, we have this product or we do this and all that on the street. Then the hostesses were those ones that we see them.
How does a marketer work in event management?
So we don't, the marketers is, if I'm having a corporate client and the purpose of the event is they need someone that will be on the streets to talk about their product. I will not be telling them that I'm bringing you hostesses. It will be I'm bringing you marketers.
What about a case where it's probably a book launch?
If it's a book launch, I said it now. If it's a corporate event and it's a book launch, that means it's an enclosed place, right? I'm going to be telling you that I'm offering you hostesses. Do you get it?
So the hostesses will be selling the book because of
yes. So what they'll do is, what I mean is, when you go out, you know what I'm saying? When you go outside, you see those marketers coming here, or they have, whether it's a book, whether it's a product, they come around telling you this, and they have a target. If I bring my hostess to you at your event, you know that this one, they don't, because it's a corporate, like inside an venue and all that, they feel they are just there to show you, oh, this book is this amount, you want to pay, they'll have the POS. If you want to pay with your POS machine, they ensure that you see, it's more to like it's more brand, you get, so they're able to tell you, okay, you want to buy this book. They go around. If it was a eating event or something like that, maybe they're going to eat food, they're also going to be the one to help you. See, it's just to make you comfortable as a guest. They would come around, take you, okay, this is the place, do this. You want to, they'll ask you, where's the ladies? You direct them, where's this? You do that. But then a marketer is that one that she just goes out on the streets. They are, like we say, hustling and bustling just to get this stuff done. But then it's the way you package it. So they can, is a dual purpose if I know the clients that I'm dealing with and what they want. Do you understand? But most of the time, you see those beautiful girls, they tell you, I'm an usher, I'm an hostess. That's what you hear them say, I'm an hostess. So that's what the two things. But that person who is doing an hostess, I can also use them as a marketer if their need comes.
Okay.
Yes.
So at events, you cannot manage everybody.
Yes.
And you don't even, people from different backgrounds attend events.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens in a case where a hostess or an usher is stationed somewhere, the person is not comfortable with the place?
What do you mean by not comfortable with the place?
You don't want to stand there. You know, they ask them to stand at different points.
So why are you at the event?
I can stand in front where they can see me.
Okay, so let me tell you how it works with ushers or hostesses at event. So before the day of their execution, that's the day where they are going to be managing, working with the coordinators at the event. The person who either brought them on board as a company, or maybe someone's outsourced them. So because we have a lot of outsourcing that are done, so sometimes somebody wants to have an event, you just tell you, oh, I need 20 girls, or I need 20 ladies. I used to tell them, don't call them girls, they are ladies. I still have a voice note. If I share, you laugh. The lady was like, sorry. I said, yes, don't call them girls. They are ladies. Like treat them, we have this way, especially in Nigeria, we like to put our people down. And me, I'm not that kind of people. So I said, no, they're actually ladies. Don't call them girls. So she was like, okay, correction taken. So ladies, before they come, you would have told them. That's why you see most of the time they're in the same attire. That's because that has been communicated. And then they'll tell them where to mount. For example, if it is a company who you've been using before, to offer you that service, they already know the standard. If it's a corporate event, if it's a social event, they know what it is. And then you are the one who mounts. I mentioned something about there's a floor plan when you're having an event where it says, oh, this is where this person stays, this is where this person is, and all. We already know the number of guests that we're attending to. So I have portioned and said, you stay here, you stay here, you stay here. It is in your coordinator's hand to switch if you have been assigned to a place. As long as you have come on board to be an hostess for that event, you will stay where you are apportioned. You don't have that right to say, I choose to be here, or I choose to be... No, that's not what you have. You don't have that right as an hostess. I will be the one, or the coordinator will be the one to tell you, stay here. When you're done, maybe there's an assignment that they assigned you to, you're done, you can now move somewhere else. Like, it's not like, oh, if I say, yeah, that's where you'll be till the end of the event. No. The coordinator can switch. Do you understand? But you as a hostess, you can't say, no, I prefer to stay in the front. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. It's not done. Okay. It's not done.
So they have to play by the rules.
By the rules, yes. Yes.
So there are events where the hostesses are hungry.
Okay, so... This is the question you're asking me. It's just taking me back to the conversation I had yesterday night. Seriously. So there's an event that's coming up in August. A friend of mine said, oh, I want you to be part of it. I'm like, you would, I don't like paying money. Like, we're just joking about it. And then she said, I now said to her, I said, let me tell you the truth. There are certain ways that people handle hostesses that I personally don't like. You know, I said I'm more about management of people and the expectations that they have. So if you're bringing someone, they'll tell you that maybe we've paid them. That's how they say. They say we paid them. They should sort themselves out. And I said no. It's how you treat people. So I asked her. I said, she told me that somebody wanted to pay something amount, and I broke it down. I told her, I said, so are you saying this amount of money is what you want to pay one usher for a day? I said, it will not work. Me, I can't give such job to someone. I'm not going to underrate an individual. I won't do that. I value people. I'm not saying that you should change them in terms of value, but then don't look down, say, and I told her, I said, if the people are making provision for food, I think the ushers should be provided food to eat. And that's why you see most of the time for my own event, what we do is before the event, we'll have, the caterer now, because, I'm the one managing all of them. Yeah. The caterer would have been told, the ushers are 20. You are going to package their food, so they come ahead of time, and that's why we also always ask our caterers to come on time, so that there's no rush. Do you understand? If the event is going to be in maybe like 12 or 1, we expect that by 12 you're already there, so that however it's not the portion you would have portioned. They have coolers that they used to do this stuff, so that you can give them food to eat. It's a lot of energy to stand.
It's noisy.
Yes, it's a lot of energy, but then it is who is managing. That's why I said for my own event, they eat before they work. Okay. So provision is made for them to eat before they work. Okay. Even some I've seen caterers who do that as well. They'll give their boys, they'll eat before they start working, so that they'll have energy, moving around and all those things. Yes.
But there are cases where they say don't open the cooler. That's the instruction.
And no, that's what I'm saying, that before the event starts. So for example, let's assume that my event is supposed to start by 1 p.m. like 1 p.m. By 12 o'clock, my caterers can actually give food to the ushers to eat. Before, yes, before the event. And what do we do? Sometimes the person who provided the ushers would have made provision for them to take maybe something light, and then at the end of the event they will eat. Depending on the arrangements you have. Because I've had events where at the end of it, like the whole event is finished, we are done. They went to their place, they put their food in like takeaway plates, packed, and they gave it to them with their drink as well. So it's depending on the the arrangement the individual has. But they're always factored in. Just like I said, we also factor drivers, we've also factors the bouncers and all that in when we are making because they're human beings, they will eat. Even though we've paid them, you will still be able to give them food to eat as well.
Welcome back to the Critical Minds on Union Television. We're still discussing the strategic power of event management, and we've talked about dealing with difficult people at event and dealing with ushers, impressions, and how to manage event. So now, after the event, is there still anything?
Yes, there is a lot.
There's anything in the hall now. You take off your decoration and go back to that.
Okay, so for events to be complete, there's what is known as post evaluation. Okay. There is you need to get feedbacks from so you don't just want to believe that, oh, okay, everybody carry umbrella, go your own way. No, it's feedback to see how the event went. So for example, if it's a wedding, you want to ask your your clients to ask the feedback, because feedback will always get to to them to say, oh, it was a beautiful event, we ate. Sometimes I've had friends call me, did they give you food? Like they'll ask you, did you eat? They will ask you, did you eat? They just, because their eyes can't be there because they are on their stage and all that. So they want to know whether you ate. They will just ask you, did you eat? Yes, I ate. So those feedbacks is what will give a general feedback that the couple will be able to either tell you as an event planner, and you also, the things that you observed will also be a learning curve for you, because I always tell people that no event look alike, in that sense of no matter how much you've done events, you will always learn something new, you always see something different. But you see, when it comes to food, I told you, people are always very particular about food when they come to event. That how come you were not enough? But when you have a situation whereby your events, people ate, they drank, they wanted again, you gave them. That's because the provision was made for such things. You know, there's just always that event. It was they'll talk about it. They know they look for share food. You'll be hearing those kind of things. Those are feedbacks that will get to the couple, and then at the end of it, you want to get that feedback from them as well. The people also, vendors that you used, you also want to get feedback. So there's what we call post event. That is, after the event is over, we want to know what we did better. Even at work, people do it, where you evaluate whatever it is you've done. What did we do good? Where did we not? Where are the lapses? Can we improve on it? So that's what happens after, even when you've done an event.
There are times when it's as if there's a dialogue. Not a good dialogue though.
Yeah.
Between probably the caterer and one woman. Or
so most of the
dialogue becomes an argument. You just start as if they are talking, and you do this. No.
Don't tell me.
Yeah. People are shaking heads.
Okay, so like I told you, I said this thing has to do with the people that you manage. If there are times, let me tell you, I've had a situation where the client said, "I'm bringing my caterer." I don't know the caterer. I'm bringing the days that you are not the planner of the event, you are only coordinating on the day of the event. Now the caterers, they used to have this, now they control this party feeling, because food is the main, you know what I mean, the life of the party, that kind of thing. So like earlier said about people like control. Yeah. So they always want to feel that power. So when you now say that you are the event coordinator or something, they want to look down on, but it's the event planner that does not know the work. That's we dance to the tune of what they're saying. My point is, if my client says he has paid and the provision of whatever it is, you will execute your work and you will do it well.
Okay.
I will insist that you execute well, because my clients had already told me that the food is for 500 people and I must see that 500 people is served. I must see that 500 drinks. I am that eye of the client.
So would you be counting the drinks?
Yes, we do count.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let me tell you, a lot of things happen that people don't know. Let me tell you one thing. When you come to, events, before, while you're in church, everybody is doing, let me tell you what happens. You have people that have already gone to the events. You bring your drums. The drinks are in crates, right? You have them in crates, maybe in nylon, on whatever, bottle, water, everything. Before you start putting them into the drum, there is the people that are going to confirm. You brought 100 packs of water, 200 crates of this. In your execution, I may not watch you. You know what I mean? Like when you now go and start serving, people I can drink like 3 bottles of water. Yeah. A guest can drink 2. So that's not a problem. But the day that thing you put in that drum, I confirm it. Because we've had situations where clients will pay for maybe 200 packs of water, for example. The whole event from the beginning to the end, we did not use up the 200. What happened is the client, the vendor already knows that they don't open up all the water at once. They do, like, if I say my guest is 300, they already know what 300, that means 300 water first will be done. Then later on, they will now start refilling, like bit by bit, so that by the time the water is done, so what we do is sometimes there's refund that is done given to the clients. So if, for example, we didn't use 10 packs of water, this vendor, who is a drink vendor, already knows that the clients can get their money back. So 10 packs of water will be given back, or any of the other drinks that were not used. Because in the budget, we already made that known to the client that, yes, so this is what we said you will use. But back and forth with 7 of your guests, we did not exhaust this. This is what is left over. And then there is a refund that is done to the clients. That's what happens. If you did not monitor that, the people go carry in a drink, go. And they will say, yes, that's what happens. But when you have a good planner, that would not happen. Because before they started distributing the drink, you ensured that you saw that it was 200 pack of water that was brought. You saw everything. You have the people that will do that. Do you understand? So it's not like the event planner that will be there. You have your team that, yes, that will do that. So at the end of it, they have their servers who serve the drink or whatever, but there's an eye. My eye is there. If they steal the customer's drink, I will know, because my eye is there. They don't know that my eye is there. My eye is there. So at the end of it, we'll now tell them, we didn't finish up the water. We have this pack left. There's a cost to each, because in our Excel sheet that we present to the client, we already told them that, the water costs this rate. This water costs this rate to bring up the total budget. For every budget that we do, we tell you what each thing costs. The food is this, the water is this, decoration is this. So if we are now refunding, you can actually tell that, they said they are returning 10 packs of water. This is what it costs. They are returning a pack of juice. Whatever it is that we're returning back, you are able to know what the cost is.
So what about a case where water is left, but they don't want you to take back the money?
Yeah.
And they'll now open plenty and point.
That's what I'm saying, that we don't do that. It is you telling, it's like how I said that. I know that somebody may drink 2 water. So let's even assume that, okay, each guest is going to drink 2 water, for example. It means that 600 should be the water that will be opened, Abby. Yeah. But we have 800.
Okay.
So that means 200 is still left now. It's until the 600 is exhausted before we can start opening up the 200. So you don't open up everything. They don't open up everything.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
So, and we get to also know about A&O.
Okay. So A&O Services is a registered event management company in Nigeria, and it started in I think this year makes it 10 years.
Amazing.
Yeah, that we started, and it was born out of all the several things that I've seen, life experiences that I've gone through. I just felt I want to play in this place. I want to be that person that can help people. That thing that is of concern, if you let me know, I'll be able to help you do it well. So we've done several events, corporates, we've done seminars, conferences, we've done teaching, virtual, we've done, physical trainings, we've done a lot of volunteering, so people, NGOs, non-profit organizations who want to, reach out to children, reach out to widows, different events we've managed, in different capacities. And also we do event management, we do catering. Like I said, it's a full package. So once you consult us, tell us what you want, we're able to deliver for you. And we are any part of the world. we can go anywhere that you want us to go. Okay. The person listening to you now? Okay, so for us to locate us, we are on Instagram at A&O Service. We're on Facebook, A&O Service. Just type A&O Service, you will find us there. We also, of course, on WhatsApp, and you can reach us via, can I call numbers? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can reach us on 080-271-67956. Once you call that number, they will be able to reach out, and then you can, book an appointment or something that you want done and all that. That's how it is.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here with us. It's really been an interesting time learning about events and event management, and I believe everyone who is listening now know the reason you need an event manager, you need an event planner. And these people are really important for your wedding. You need them to ensure that you have a smooth event. Of course, they are there for other things, but then wedding, it's once in a lifetime, and you want to make it memorable. With them, there is high probability of you having a seamless event, and you also making sure that what you planned is what you're getting for your day. And yes, you need an event planner, you have one, and you can look out for others who can serve that purpose. Until I see you again, this is Union Television and the Critical Minds. For more interesting content, follow us across all our social media platforms. And yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Union Television. I am Onyinye Eslofo. Thank you for joining us today.